The practical of standard plate count. This practical is useful to count the number of bacteria present in milk sample. So basically this technique is useful to determine the total viable count of bacteria present in milk that decides the quality of milk. So the short form is standard short form of SPC, standard plate count. So it is the most widely used protocol for the determination of total number of viable microbes, principally bacteria, which are present in milk sample. So this is the criteria to decide the quality of milk, that is the microbial load present in milk sample. So the protocol is very simple. It is just similar to the determination of total viable count. The advantage of this standard plate count over DMC is basically for the determination of total number of microbes present in milk sample. There is a method called as DMC, that is direct microscopic count, and the another method is SPC, that is standard plate count. Now we'll be learning about DMC later on, but the advantage of standard plate count over direct microscopic count are: standard plate count is useful for the counting of viable organisms only, whereas in case of direct microscopic count we count both viable as well as non-viable microbes. So that is the disadvantage of direct microscopic count. Here the limitations are that the method detects only those organisms capable of growing in particular nutrients. So in case of DMC we consider all the types of microbial clumps. They may be dead or they may be viable. So if we are interested in determination of only viable bacteria present in milk sample, then SPC is option. However, the disadvantage is that standard plate count, it requires approximately 18 to 20 hours of incubation, whereas DMC, it can be completed within half an hour. Now the requirements for SPC are SPC agar buds. That means it may be nutrient agar supplemented with glucose. So a nutritional medium is used. It can be done by using pour plate technique or spread plate technique. Accordingly, the requirements can be made available. If it is pour plate technique, then SPC agar buds, then sterile empty petri plate, sterile pipettes, sterile saline, and milk sample. This is the protocol for the determination of standard plate count. We know the method of serial dilution. So whatever the milk sample that we have, that is called as the original sample, that is first diluted. Then the second dilution is further diluted, third dilution is further diluted, and this is called as serial dilution technique. So this is the original sample from which 0.1 ml is added to next tube, which contains 9.9 ml of diluent. It may be saline. So we call it as 10 raised to minus 2 dilution. So here it is 0.1, it is added to 9.9, therefore it is 100 times diluted, and therefore this dilution is 10 raised to minus 2 dilution. Likewise, from this dilution you can prepare the next dilution. Transfer 0.1 ml to the next tube containing 9.9 ml of saline. Again it will be 100 times diluted, and this dilution will be 10 raised to minus 4. This is how we go on transferring 0.1 ml, or we can transfer 1 ml. Now here we can see 1 ml is transferred from this to this tube containing 9 ml of saline. That means the dilution factor is 10. So 10 raised to minus 4 is diluted 10 times, so it will become 10 raised to minus 5. So accordingly, dilutions can be prepared serially, and then each dilution 0.1 ml from each dilution will be transferred onto sterile SPC agar plate. So 0.1 ml from this, 0.1 ml from this on another plate, 0.1 ml from another on another plate, 0.1 ml on another plate. Likewise, we transfer 0.1 ml of sample from various dilutions onto SPC agar plate. Then these plates are incubated at 30 degrees Celsius for 18 to 24 hours. After incubation, the bacteria will develop colonies on SPC agar plate, and the next step is to choose a plate which has a countable number of colonies. That means, say for example, the lowest dilution, it may have so many crowded colonies on the plate, so you should not take that plate. We can take the next plate among these dilutions, the plate which is showing sufficient number of colonies. Sufficient means countable number of colonies. So in general, it is a practice that the plates which are showing 20 to 200 colonies, these are countable colonies on a single plate, that plate we can consider it for the further observations. Now say for example, if you get 20 colonies from this tube number 4, which is showing dilution of 10 raised to minus 6. So 20 colonies on from the dilution 10 raised to minus 6, then the total number of microbial cells present in this sample will be 20 into 10 raised to 6. Now here how much sample we have transferred? It is 0.1 ml. So 20 into 10 raised to 6 divided by 0.1, that means 20 into 10 raised to 7 per ml. 20 into 10 raised to 7 per ml. This will be the microbial count of the milk sample. So therefore we can say that the given milk sample contains 10 raised to 7 bacterial cells per ml. Now after determining this, how to conclude? So for conclusion, we need to see this chart that shows the grading of milk sample on the basis of standard plate count, on the basis of microbial load. So if it is less than 2 lakhs, then the quality of milk is considered as very good. If the count is above 2 lakhs and less than 10 lakhs, then the quality is considered as good. If it is more than 10 lakhs and less than 50 lakhs, the quality is fair. And if it is more than 50 lakhs, the quality of milk is considered as poor. So likewise, if your count is 20 into 10 raised to 7, in which category, looking at this table, you can say or you can conclude to which of the following categories your milk sample belongs to, and that you can write in this result and conclusion section.